This is the Untold Italy travel podcast, and you are listening to episode number 138.
Ciao a tutti and benvenuti to Untold Italy, the travel podcast where you go to the towns and villages, mountains and lakes, hills and coastlines of Bella Italia. Each week, your host, Katie Clark, takes you on a journey in search of magical landscapes, history, culture, wine, gelato, and, of course, a whole lot of pasta. If you're dreaming of Italy and planning future adventures there, you've come to the right place.
Ciao a tutti! I hope life is treating you well and you're managing to add a little dolce vita into your life as you count down the days to your trip to Italy. Today, I'm sharing with you some learnings from our recent trip to beautiful Italia with some very special guests, my children, Lucy and Zach, who asked if they could be on the show. They've been travelling in Italy since they were 18 months old, but it's fair to say that until this recent trip, their focus had been 100% on gelato, which is quite understandable, I think you'll find. Now, they are 8. Yes, they are twins. They are so curious and open to discovering the world around them, asking lots of questions, comparing life in Italy with the way we do things at home in Australia and how things were done in the past. Don't worry, they are still obsessed with gelato. We'll hear from them first, and then I'll share what I learnt from planning and being on this trip. I have to tell you, I'm happy with most of the planning decisions I made, but there are some things I would do differently too. Welcome to the Untold Italy podcast, Lucy and Zach. Are you excited to be here?
I'm very happy to be here. I wish I was here yesterday.
Okay, thanks for coming along. All right, before we get started, do you want to tell all our listeners a little bit about yourself?
Yes. Well, I really like soccer. Yeah, mainly soccer.
Mainly soccer?
And hugs.
And hugs, yeah, I like hugs too. What about you, Lucy?
Well, I like cheerleading. I love cooking. I love dancing. My favourite colour is aqua and purple.
Amazing. Well, we've just got back from a wonderful holiday, haven't we, in Italy? So I thought we'd share with our listeners what was our favourite things to do in Italy on our big long trip when we went for 5 weeks. So I know it's been a bit hard to remember everything, but do you want to start with your first thing, Lucy? Your favourite thing that you liked in Italy?
The Capri boat tour. It was very fun and I got to swim and snorkel on it. There was Pringles and drinks.
And drinks, wow. What about you, Zach? Did you like that?
Yes.
Yeah, like one, it was so much fun. What did we do first before we even got on the boat that took us around?
The Blue Grotto.
Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it? What happened?
We had to
We had to go
duck.
on a canoe and it was like, we had to go back.
We had to duck and we got into this cave and then the light on the rocks below shone up to the surface
No,
and
that was
it
the
looked
sun.
like it was blue.
Yeah, the sun, exactly. Yeah, it looked like, and it was
the rocks.
a brilliant blue, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was so nice.
Yeah,
And the guy even sung for us.
he did, didn't he? But it didn't last very long, did it?
Yeah, only like 2 minutes, but it was great.
Yeah, it was great. And then what did we do? We came out of the cave again and we had to really duck in the boat, didn't we? Had to lie down
It was
flat.
really funny.
It was, wasn't
I
it?
had to hug Lucy's legs.
Did you? I thought you were tickling me. And then we got on Michele's boat, didn't we?
But there was this lounging area. It was
At
so
the front.
relaxing.
Mum told us to be careful.
Yes, I told you to be careful. And then when we went all around the island, didn't we? In and out of coves and into grottos. And we went for a little swim, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we went through the middle of the rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool too, wasn't it?
Lucy got to go through that.
Yeah.
She got to use her piloting skills. We got to drive sometimes.
Yeah, he let you drive, didn't he? Yeah, it was a really nice day out on the water, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we all liked the boat tour in Capri. That was super fun. And we've done that before, but you can't remember that on another trip to Italy. But I wanted to do it again because I thought it was super fun. All right. Now we're going to go on to the next favourite thing that we did. Zach, what was the favourite thing that you did?
I really like the balsamic vinegar farm.
Oh, that was
That was
so
my
much
favourite.
fun, wasn't it?
We got to try all of the balsamic
There was this
vinegar.
big storm though, and we had to walk all the way back in it.
Should
Yeah.
have seen the hail.
And we should have listened to Dad. He was suggesting to bring the car.
Well, we didn't listen to Dad, did we? We walked down. But that was okay. But it was really interesting to seeing how the balsamic vinegar was made, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And do you remember how long they'd been making balsamic vinegar in their family?
Was it like since their great-grandma?
That's right. That's right. So a very long time. And who was the man that showed us around the balsamic farm?
Francesco.
Francesco.
Yeah, and he was really nice, wasn't he? And he
The same name as our dad.
the same name as Dad, yeah. What else did we learn at the balsamic farm?
Takes a few years for balsamic vinegar to be made.
About 12, wasn't it, as a minimum?
That's
because they have
DOP.
to pick the grapes.
Mhm.
They have to make the juice. They have to go to different stations. They have to put it in barrels too.
Yeah, and then the barrels are made of different types of wood too.
Which makes it taste different.
Yeah.
Cherry wood, oak wood, and some other ones too.
Yeah, exactly right, Lucy. Well done. Yeah, it was a really interesting process, wasn't it? And we really enjoyed doing
And
that.
we even brought some balsamic vinegar.
You bought a lot, didn't you?
We had our old bottle.
You have a bottle each, don't you? All right. That was a really fun and interesting time staying at that place, wasn't it? And it was a really nice hotel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What else did they have that was good there?
Pool.
Cool.
A pool, yeah. And they had a really nice restaurant too.
And
All
a great breakfast.
Breakfast buffet.
Breakfast.
Yummy.
right. You love the breakfast buffets in Italy, don't you?
Yeah.
Why do you like them so much?
I like them. Sweet things.
What sort of sweet things do they have?
They had like pikelets,
And
croissants,
Cake.
everything you can imagine.
I got really sick of it after a while, and I started just having normal breakfast like cereal and fruit because I was getting really sick. I was like, oh, I don't want any more.
Well, I stuffed down the sweet stuff
You
because
did.
we never get to have that at home.
All right.
He doesn't like breakfast or even lunch.
No, he doesn't really like it that much, does he? Okay, so we did like, and that was some of the favourite things that we had in Italy, where we loved the breakfast buffets, and we also liked when we had a pool because it was pretty hot. But we'll talk about that a bit later. Now, Lucy, what was another favourite thing that you did that you liked?
The food tour.
Oh, where did we do that? Do you remember?
Rome.
Rome.
Yeah. Did you like that one too, Zach?
Yeah, it was good.
Do you remember who our tour guide was? Denise.
She had this pink tour hat.
She did, didn't she? It was very cool. What did we do on the food tour that was super fun?
It was street food.
That's
It
right.
was street food.
We had fried fish. We had these like balls that were made of cheese,
and rice.
crumbed,
Rice too.
Yeah.
crumbed, and then there was tomato sauce inside it.
Yes.
And rice.
And what happens when you bit into them? You could make all the cheese go really stretchy.
And
Stretch
oozy.
it.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're called suppli. Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah. And we had these roasted artichokes.
Yeah, they were good too. They were delicious, weren't they?
Fried artichokes.
But we learned how to make something on that tour too, didn't we?
And we made margarita pizza.
It was a really fun tour, wasn't it? We really enjoyed it. And then we went to the last stop, which was,
Gelato.
but was a bit surprising, wasn't it?
It looked really bad and not good, but then when we tasted it, it was so good.
I made the wrong choice of gelato. I got mint and pistachio.
Oh,
I
was
could
it?
only taste the mint. Don't try that.
Don't try that combination.
Nope.
No.
But try this. Sour cherry amarena with pistachio. That one was good.
Now, let me give a suggestion. I would have done caramel or fragola or chocolate and hazelnut.
Oh my gosh.
Suggestion.
You like hazelnut a lot there.
Yeah, you do
and
like
Nutella.
a Nutella. Yes, you do.
I had them a lot.
You did. So we had a super fun times on the food tour. And do you remember what Denise showed us how to do with the fountain?
Oh yeah, there was this fountain and you have to put your finger on the little thing where the water comes out and you drink out of it. It's so fresh water. We don't get it here in Australia.
You only find it in Rome. It's amazing.
It's especially when it's hot, huh? Okay, so what would we have so far? We've had the food tour, the Capri boat tour, and the balsamic vinegar farm. All right, well, should we talk about the Colosseum?
The Colosseum.
Because you really wanted to go there, didn't you, Zach?
Yes. And we got to go there. It was so good.
And what did you like most about it?
I liked how we get to see the arena. Just, there was no sand.
Yeah, there was no sand, but we got to walk on the arena, didn't we? Yeah, do you remember?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we walked through the big arch and then we walked onto the arena like a gladiator, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, and then we walked all around the inside and up and down in the seats and everything.
There was a museum there.
Yeah.
And we got to figure out the different types of fights. There was like 1v1 gladiator fights, and there was hunting.
Yeah.
With different animals.
That's right. And then there was even sea battles, wasn't there? Remember that?
Oh, yeah, there was. I had to remember that from a book that I got about ancient Rome. It was said that they have sea battles on the Colosseum.
Yeah, amazing. And do you remember what is your favourite type of gladiator?
My favourite type of gladiator. It was a one with a trident and a net. I forgot their name.
Yeah, that was good. And then we walked outside the Colosseum and we went up and we had a beautiful view of the Colosseum, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, it was really good. Wow. So we've had a lot of things so far. We've had food tours, boat tours, Colosseum.
And they were really fun.
And balsamic vinegar factory. What else did you like, Lucy? Did you have another one that you wanted to share?
There was swimming pools were really nice.
Because it was super hot, wasn't it?
Especially the one in Tuscany.
Yeah, so what we did was when Mum organised something to do in the morning, and then in the afternoon we got to swim in the pool and relax.
Yeah. And I think that was a pretty good plan.
Yeah.
Did you agree with that plan?
Yes.
Yeah.
No pressure. It was. I think it was good to do that type of thing because it was super hot, and that was probably the bit that we didn't like the most, wasn't it?
Yeah, the hotness.
Yeah, because we did a lot of walking and a lot of sightseeing, and it was pretty.
You made us walk down a mountain.
Yeah, but that was because that was pretty scary.
Oh yeah, the bird cage.
So for our listeners, we went to a place called Gubbio in Umbria, and they have a very special kind of chairlift that takes you up to the top of the mountain. Do you remember what you can see at the top of the mountain? When you go inside the church?
Oh yeah, Saint Francesco's dead body.
It was
The glass coffin.
It was actually Santobaldo's dead body. Yeah, he was embalmed inside a coffin. It was a bit creepy, wasn't it?
Glass.
There was, yeah.
I was a bit scared. He was covered in gold and
And
stuff.
then when
and
we
that.
went to, what was it, where we met Deborah?
Arezzo.
Yeah, we're in Arezzo. We went inside this church, and there was another dead body.
What were they thinking?
Creepy.
It's a bit creepy, isn't it? But we think so. But back, when they first did that, they thought they were just keeping them safe. And so then it's amazing that they've lasted that long, actually, when you think about it.
But wouldn't it be creepy if they actually showed the actual body, not the things that they put around it?
Yeah, I think so. I don't really like that. So, I don't like anything scary,
I
don't you?
I think it would be interesting to see what it would look like.
All right. Now, was there anything else you wanted to tell everyone that you really loved about Italy?
Well, I would like to go to Venice and Pompeii again.
Yeah, well, you've been to both of those places before when you were really little, but
When I go there again, I don't remember much.
no, you don't remember much. But we did go to Herculaneum, and did you like that?
Yeah, I don't think it was near close to Pompeii, though.
Oh, I don't know. I think you can actually see more in Herculaneum because I can remember when we went the first time to Pompeii. And the thing is, Herculaneum is really small and much smaller than Pompeii, which is a really big area. And so we decided to go to Herculaneum because it was so hot and there would have been a lot of walking in the sun in Pompeii.
And complaining.
And complaining, absolutely. All right, so you want to go to Venice and Pompeii. What about you, Lucy?
I want to go to Florence.
You want to go to Florence? Why do you want to go to Florence?
Because when we were in the food tour, they told us that gelato was invented in Florence. And we didn't get to go there because it was really busy.
Yeah. So for everyone that's listening, I've chosen not to go to Florence until the kids are a little bit older because Florence is not very, I don't think it's very kid-friendly. So it's there's lots of museums and there's lots of cars and stuff. So we'll probably go there when they're a little bit older. And, of course, you'll be able to try the gelato because it's not like we didn't eat any gelato, is it? We had a lot of gelato.
Yes.
And what are your favourite gelato flavours, Lucy and Zach?
Mine is pistachio. Pistachio was great though.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Fragola and hazelnut and chocolate and pistachio and salted caramel, raspberry and Nutella.
All of them?
Yes.
Amazing. What's Fragola? Can you tell us?
It is strawberry.
Ah.
In Italian.
In Italian. And did you learn some things to say in Italian that you liked to say?
Yes.
Can you remember?
Okay, I'm going to count to 10.
Off you go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Ah, brava. Well done, Lucy. What about...
And there's one more thing.
Mhm.
How to say thank you. Grazie.
Oh,
You need
brilliant.
to know how to say that and ciao.
Okay.
Definitely
And
ciao.
buongiorno.
Hello.
Yeah.
Buongiorno.
And buongiorno. Yeah, very good. You learned lots of words when you were there. Now, Zach, was there any particular foods that you really enjoyed when you were there?
Tartare. Tartare was great.
What is tartare? Can you tell everyone?
It's raw meat, which tastes really good. I had it with truffles and a quail egg and it was a special cheese ice cream. I forgot which one.
But how they make the meat is a special way so it doesn't make you sick.
That's right. Exactly, Lucy. And the thing is, we had that special tartare. Do you remember where we had it? We had that in San Gimignano and in Tuscany, and it was so delicious, wasn't it?
Oh, the Tuscany pool was good as well. It was an infinity pool.
Yeah, and it had a great view, didn't it? Could you remember what we could see from the pool?
We could see the sunset with all the hills and valleys.
Oh,
And farmyards.
and the little town where we went to have dinner in San Gimignano. It was really nice, wasn't it? Oh, we're very lucky, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there any, Lucy, I know you had some favourite food, which basically revolved around 20 different types of pasta.
Yes. I love the tortellini.
Ooh, lasagna. Remember that lasagna with the lemon on top? Do you remember that one?
Oh, that
Yeah.
was the white lasagna,
yeah,
wasn't it?
that was good. And the smoked mozzarella.
It had
Oh,
zucchini
yeah.
and it was so good.
It was so good, wasn't it? But the tortellini was pretty nice. And you even learned how to make tortellini, didn't you?
Yeah.
You did all the folding and you put the mixture in the middle and you rolled out the pasta.
It tasted great at the end.
And do you remember who helped us go see that?
Julia.
Yeah.
Nice friend.
That was you and Julia. And where else did we go? Julia sent us off to another place. It was really amazing too. Do you remember?
Well, it had a balsamic vinegar museum, and we got to do blindfold ice cream tasting, but I forgot what it was called.
Oh, Spilamberto.
Oh, yeah, that's where Julia lives now.
Yeah, that's right. That's where she lives. And we also went to a special farm where they make Parmigiano-Reggiano, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, that was
really
good.
I like the 30, 40, and 50 age Parmigiano.
Okay, so listeners, you can see why I'm going to be broke because these children have very expensive taste in food, but that's all good. Now, was there one more pasta you wanted to tell everyone about because you love pasta?
Ravioli.
Oh, ravioli.
Spaghetti.
The spaghetti. What about the wiggly worms, the ones we call the wiggly worms? It's called trophy.
Oh, yeah, Druffy.
There's also a pizza that I want to talk about.
Okay, go for it.
Marinara pizza, and it's basically like a pizza with just sauce.
And a lot of olive oil.
Yeah, and it doesn't have any cheese. So if you're not a big cheese lover like me, you can get that one.
Yeah, that was a really good discovery, wasn't it, Lucy?
Yeah.
Because you're not a big fan of soft cheeses, especially. So she loves Parmigiano-Reggiano, but she doesn't really like soft cheese. So she was really happy to find the marinara, weren't you? And Zach?
And if you like a lot of cheese, ask for margarita with extra cheese.
And who took us to the best pizza place?
Paolo.
Oh, yeah, Paolo.
Yeah, Paolo took us to the best pizza.
That place was great.
And he also took us to some fun places in Naples, didn't he? In Napoli.
Yeah.
What about that gelato place where they put the gelato in a brioche bun and then you get to choose if you want whipped cream over it. I had 2 scoops, a whole brioche bun, and whipped cream.
And amazingly, you weren't sick.
I didn't throw up there.
No, you did not throw up. You didn't throw up at all, which was great. Anyway, thank you, Lucy and Zach, for coming on the podcast. Is there anything else you wanted to tell our listeners?
I might have some things.
Okay.
In Lake Garda, there was this really good hot chocolate. It was really good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think everyone should know that if they haven't tried Italian hot chocolate, they need to get on to that as soon as they get there. Even in the middle of summer, it tastes good, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because it's super thick, isn't it? And very rich. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, Lucy and Zach. It's been so much fun having you here, and thank you for all your help. And I can't wait to take you back to Italy another time.
Ciao for now!
I hope you enjoyed hearing a different kid-level perspective on travel in Italy. I was so excited to bring Lucy and Zach back after our long COVID-enforced exile, and we had such a great time. Now, as I promised, I'll let you know a few tips on how I planned this trip, what worked well and what I would have done differently. So this was a 5-week trip in June and July, and we covered quite a lot of ground starting in Lake Garda in the north and doing a loop down through Emilia-Romagna, Rome, then Capri, Naples, up to Umbria and Tuscany, and finishing in Liguria, quite close to the Cinque Terre. We're lucky to have so much accrued vacation time, and we really wanted to make the most of this as it does take 24 hours to fly to Europe from Australia. So that's 24 hours there and 24 hours back. So it's quite a big investment in travel time. So my general game plan for the trip was to include a broad range of activities, and that way each family member could tap into their interests and have something to look forward to. We had a beach day on Capri as well as a boat tour that was great, and we had lots of other hands-on things to do. Now, I'm not one to lie by the pool for too long when I'm travelling. It's just not my jam, but as a parent, I know how important it is to set up travel plans for success. And that's why I planned 1 to 2 activities only per day and reserved most afternoons for pool time. I booked most of our accommodation in January this year, so about 6 months in advance, and as we had a good chunk of our travels in the countryside, made sure the places that we were staying in had a pool. I had no idea just how hot it was going to be when we were in Italy, but as it turned out to be a major heat wave, this was in fact probably my best decision. We stayed in small hotels and agriturismi or farm stays, and apart from the pools, everyone loved the friendly atmosphere and of course the famous buffet breakfasts. Staying at these places was a little bit of a risk because the sleeping quarters and space are a lot smaller than you get in Airbnbs, which we've mainly used in the past. But in the end, having a pool to splash about in was definitely the right decision, and I'd gladly forgo the space again for future trips. Now, if you're thinking about doing a family trip to Italy in 2023 and want to add some farm stays into your itinerary like we did, make sure to book as soon as you can because they are very popular with European travellers and the best properties do sell out quickly. Another decision that I'm really happy with is tapping into the children's interests. As you can tell, this is mainly food related. So visiting farms and seeing the production process of many foods that they love to eat was so interesting for them and a little bit educational too. When you meet people who are passionate about their produce and taking care of their land and animals, it goes a long way to neutralise the convenience culture we sometimes default to at home. We also did a few cooking experiences and it was great to get hands-on with creating dishes. There's nothing more satisfying than eating something that you've created yourself from scratch. Hiring a tour guide is another great idea when you're travelling with kids and has several advantages in my opinion. Not only do you get an insight into the city or attractions you are visiting, but the tour guide is there to make sure everyone has a good time, including the kids. So that gives you a little break to enjoy your surroundings and not worry about logistics and explaining things and history that you might not have the answer to. Most of the experiences we did were private, as I think it isn't really fair to outnumber other guests with our family's needs, but we did a few small group tours too. So what were our favourites? Of course, the kids fell in love with Pier Paolo, who, if you've been listening to the podcast, you've heard many times. He showed us Napoli and Herculaneum and the coastline up to Baia near Naples. Julia in Emilia-Romagna made all the kids' dreams come true with an epic gelato tasting and tortellini making class. And in Arezzo, Deborah helped them to find their favourite souvenirs in a local artisan ceramic store. They forgot to mention the baby goats in Tuscany with Ariana and Alessio from KM0 Tours, but that was definitely a highlight for Lucy and Zach. Our street food tour with Denise from Take Walks was a small group tour, and that actually went really well. As a parent, you know when your kids are going to be in good form, so I did think long and hard about booking into a small group tour, but decided it was okay because they are so interested in food and cooking. We had a big, long rest before the tour, so they were fresh and not grumpy, and of course we had the gelato bribe at the end. We took a tour of the Colosseum and Roman Forum with Live Tours, and our guide Jade was so great. She's an archaeologist and had lots of interesting tales to tell that appealed to our kids and the other family on the tour too. She was absolutely fantastic with logistics and finding shade and water as we were there on a very, very hot day. And we continue to talk about what we learned at the Colosseum for days to come, actually. So grazie, thanks to all our guides and friends for helping make our family trip so wonderful. It wouldn't have been the same without you. One other tip I wanted to mention is to be flexible and have a backup plan. An example of this was that due to the heat, we ended up swapping Herculaneum for Pompeii, and this was one of our better decisions. I know Zach said he was disappointed he didn't see Pompeii, but it is a huge site and you need to cover a lot of ground on foot. So on a 35 degrees Celsius day, that equals a lot of complaining in my experience with my children. And also at Herculaneum, you get a much better view of mosaics and frescoes because there just aren't so many people there compared with Pompeii. So if you're going to be in the area and it's looking like it's going to be super hot and you want a more compact experience, then I would definitely consider Herculaneum as an alternative to Pompeii if your children are really interested in the sites around Vesuvius. Another example of when we sort of backed up our travel plans was I really wanted to go to Siena on the night before the Palio in June. And the Palio is a really famous horse race. And the night before they have these huge dinners for each district of the city and they get together and celebrate the coming race in the following day. Now, we went into Siena and we couldn't find a car parking spot. So very quickly I decided to change plans and we actually headed back out to Monteriggioni, and that was fantastic. It was the best decision. We just went for a little wander around this walled town and seriously look it up on Instagram. It's so beautiful. And we just watched the sunset and we had a really nice dinner and, we went back to Siena a few days later and they still had all the decorations up and we could get in the mood of things. But it was definitely the right decision to have a backup plan because I had thought about that. If it was too busy in Siena, we might need to do something else. Now, in terms of getting around, we had a car for the start of our trip in Lake Garda and Emilia-Romagna, and then we caught a train south to Rome and then on to Naples and Capri, where we also used the ferries. And this worked out really, really well, actually, because you don't really want to have a car bogging you down in Rome, and you definitely don't want to have a car in Naples. So after we'd finished in Naples and explored that city, we went to the airport and picked up another car for the final leg of our trip because we were travelling through regions where you really need a car to make the most of your time. This combination worked well as we avoided driving in the major cities and were able to stop in tiny towns in the countryside and enjoy the rural atmosphere. So, was there anything I would change about our trip? Well, there weren't too many things I would have done differently, but perhaps I would have added in an extra beach day to Capri and Levanto in Liguria. I also think our two weren't quite ready for our bike ride on the Appian Way in Rome. It's very, very bumpy and there's a bit of traffic and some hills to negotiate, which was a little bit hair-raising for me as a parent. Roman traffic isn't really known for being sedate, shall we say. But we did stay 3 to 4 nights in most places and did day trips within about half an hour of where we were staying. But even then, I felt like we should have had an extra day or two in each place. It's really hard to squeeze in everything you want to do into one travel plan, isn't it? But overall, family travel in Italy is very easy and a lot of fun. Everyone loves children there, and you'll notice they are super friendly and helpful when you have your crew in tow. We've been fortunate to travel to many countries with our children in Europe, Asia and the Middle East, mainly, and I can say that Italy is the easiest by far. I can't wait to take our family back there for even more exploring and practicing their newly found Italian language skills. Now, a lot of people say there's no point taking children abroad until they are at an age where they can remember the specifics of what they did. But I disagree for a few reasons. Firstly, children are never too young to have their curiosity sparked and to be exposed to different cultures and ways of doing things. To me, that fosters an open mind, tolerance for difference, and a passion for learning, which are qualities I hope to foster in my children. Secondly, travel often involves a lot of inconvenience, waiting around, and requires patience in spades. These annoyances are something we need to learn to live with, and learning patience at an early age is always a good idea. Lastly, as adults who love to travel, we cherish sharing this experience with our children. Sure, we've had to make some adjustments, but on balance, the trips we've taken as a family are my favourite. I can remember Lucy and Zach's very first licks of gelato one summer in Tuscany and the ensuing mess that happened afterwards so vividly, and it makes me smile every time. So, if you're a parent and you're wondering whether a family trip to Italy is a good idea, it absolutely is. Go forth and start planning. That's all for today's episode. I put all the places and companies mentioned in this episode into the show notes at untolditaly.com/138 for episode 138. Thanks for your ongoing support of Untold Italy. We truly appreciate all of you, especially our Amici private podcast members, and of course all our subscribers and listeners joining us from around the world. If you have a spare moment, we would so appreciate it if you left us a 5-star rating and review on your favourite podcast app. That way we can reach more Italy-loving travellers just like you. That's all for today. Next week, I'm talking to Deborah, our friend in Arezzo again, about some secret Tuscan hideaways. But until then, it's ciao for now. The Untold Italy podcast is an independent production. Podcast editing, audio production and website development by Mark Hatter, production assistance and content writing by the other Katie Clark. Yes, there are two of us. For more information about Untold Italy, please visit untolditaly.com.